Konnichiwa, hello one and all. This is the Kansas Otaku here with you today. Gonna be attempting to play a little bit of Yakuza 6 on the PlayStation 4. Hope everyone's doing well today. Before I get into it, just want to kind of go over what's been going on with me personally. For anyone who's paying attention, I haven't been on the stream a little over a week or so. I think it was two weeks ago. Let's see, that would have been the 7th, I believe, on November 7th. Was carrying some heavy bags of softer salt into the house and basically messed up my back again. About a year ago, I had back issues where I basically couldn't sit for very long without being in pain, couldn't stand up without being in pain. Even got to a point where I basically tried to lay on the floor to see if I could get some relief and could not even get up off the floor on my own. It was just that bad. Ended up going to the ER one night to, get some relief because I couldn't even lay down to sleep without, just the pain being too much to bear. And so got some steroids that night, and of course pain's not going away. It just seemed to, if anything, it was getting worse. Got an MRI about 11 months ago and found out I had a bulged disc in my back that, basically, I had done something during that time that had messed up my back and was causing the pain anytime I basically tried to moving around. At that time, it was more or less a case of if I was up on my feet after a while, like at work, I would be fine. It wouldn't hurt as much. But as soon as I got home, after a long day at work, you just want to sit. And yeah, I couldn't sit for more than like 5 minutes before I had pain and numbness shooting up and down my right leg, and multiple nights of maybe 2 hours of sleep, if that, just trying to lay in bed in a position that didn't hurt, maybe waking up in the middle of the night because of the pain and having to get up and walk around to get that to go away. This past February, I got a epidural injection, a steroid injection in my spine, or, well, not exactly a spine, but in that nerve block area to, try to promote healing. And at that time, it did the job. The pain went away. I was more or less back to normal. Maybe every once in a while, if, I wasn't really paying attention or being, a stupid, arrogant male, like, trying to lift things heavier than I should, or, slouching, dumb stuff, I'd get a little bit of irritation, but nothing too bad. And then, like I said, on November 7th, we were needing bags of softer salt. So, me being the bright genius I was, I had bought 3 bags of softer salt and decided to bring two 40-pound bags down at once during one trip, and this is down, 12 steps of stairs, and then going back up and grabbing another 40-pound bag, so 120 pounds over 2 trips. And going downstairs, that's putting pressure on my back, and it aggravated that nerve again. So for like at least 24 to 36 hours after I did that, there was a little bit of pain in my leg, but it was almost like maybe like a minor nuisance. Like, I thought to myself, earlier that day, before I messed with the softener salt, I had lifted up a couple of totes to move around, and they weren't exactly heavy, but I felt like I might turn my body the wrong way and maybe just irritated it a little bit. Basically by the end of that weekend, I was hobbled over, could not stand up straight. If I went to the bathroom to brush my teeth, I couldn't even stand up straight to look in the mirror. I was basically in rough shape. So last Monday, I went to the walk-in clinic here in town, and the doctor more or less knew about my back problems and history with that, and pretty much with the assumption of me being stupid with the softener salt, just knew that I probably messed it up again. Gave me some steroids and a muscle relaxer to try to help out with it. Kinda helped. The steroid did. The muscle relaxer does nothing. And I thought maybe that would be enough, but Monday went to Tuesday into Wednesday, and it was still basically a case of if I was trying to get up and moving around, I was hunched over, more or less. So I went to a chiropractor last Thursday for a consultation, and they did a little bit of a realignment then, because my back got messed up, so he did a little realignment then, which gave me some relief. I was able to actually lay in bed without too much issues. That was this last Thursday, and then I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so basically the last 3 days, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster for me. During the day at work, if I was up, well, I'm standing on my feet the entire time anyways. For those that don't know, I'm a pharmacy technician, so up on my feet for the entire day. It's anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, only sitting down for like, if I go to when I go to lunch, the most I stand up on my feet at one time would be like maybe 5 hours. And yeah, starting off in the morning, it was a case of getting out of bed, everything like locking up on me, like the nerves in my back basically seizing up my calf and hamstring on my right leg. So walk around like I've got a broken leg, more or less, when my body's trying to tell me that you shouldn't be moving, you need to stop, rest, don't push yourself. And because I'm working, actually with these cases, I was needing to go into work. So I'd say both Saturday and Sunday morning, little rough, kind of hobbling around. Well, you could watch me walk around and it looked like I had nothing wrong with me. And then I go back here for lunch. and you know, it's only an hour lunch, but even then, if I'm sitting down, like maybe 30 minutes is the longest I'd be sitting down, because you know I'm getting food or getting up to put dishes away or go to the restroom before I get ready to head back to work. And I'd start locking up again, and then of course I get to the parking lot and get on my vehicle, and everything cramps up, locks up on me again. And especially Sunday, getting back to the pharmacy, I feel like I shouldn't have even been walking at all. It hurt that much that I was like just trying to get to the pharmacy, walking around, and you know, everything's tensed up, locked up, and just not fun. But I made it through the work weekend. The leg is still sore. And then this morning I had another appointment with the chiropractor, and they did some decompression treatment on me. Basically, you know, soft stretching out of the spine to relieve the pressure on that nerve to kind of help it heal. And the way the chiropractor described it is like kind of like an accordion, so pulling it apart to relieve the pressure, and then slowly just laying on a table and having it pull on the lower half of my body while the upper half is locked in place. And did that for, well, maybe 10-15 minutes, and it did feel good. But like I said, because of how my weekend was with my leg, you know, tensing up and locking up, and I call it cramping up. I don't know if that's really it, but that's just how it felt to me, like everything just seized up on me. And because I need to work, I was moving instead of stopping like my body wanted me to. So everything's still pretty sore today. But I'm hoping it's a move in the right direction. When I had my MRI at the beginning of the year, and we decided to do the steroid injection, at that time it was a discussion of, if the injection did not help, the next step would be possibly seeing a specialist and basically having surgery done on my back. Thankfully at that time the steroid injection did what it was supposed to. Everything more or less healed up like we wanted it to, and had no issues, like no major issues up until now, of course. But that's where my situation is right now. I'm scheduled for another decompression at the chiropractor in a few days. Hoping everything will go okay. Just my main thing right now is needing to focus on trying to move around as much as I can. Not stretching or anything, just walking is the main thing for this type of injury. Is just, you know, kind of getting everything moving, get the blood flowing in that area for the healing to happen. And well, if need be, using like a heating pad to help relax the muscles and all that. But yeah, that's my rambling for that. More or less the reason why I haven't been on the stream. I did take one day off of work on last Monday because it was that bad that's like, if I tried to go into work, I was not going to be able to do anything. They would have had to kick me out. But even then, on like the days that I wasn't scheduled to work, that I could have been here streaming, it's been a case where, yeah, I could sit but like there was one day where I even tried to play a game, and it wasn't as bad as it was last year, but it was still a case where it's like I could sit, but after a while it got to bother me enough that I needed to move, and I just don't think it's good content for anyone to try and stream or play a game for and have other people watching when all you could do is hear the person streaming like breathing heavy or grunting or moaning because of pain, or hearing them move around all the time because they have to reposition every so often just to feel relief. So yeah, that's the reason why I haven't been on lately. But yeah, I wanted to at least try to get on today to at least let anyone who was curious, or anyone who watches in the future, know why there was a little bit of a gap between the last time I streamed and now, and know what I've been having to deal with lately. I'm not saying this to for pity reasons, just just to inform people that if there's a time even after today that I say I'm gonna stream and if for some reason I don't show up, it could be because of this. Like I said, I do want to try and play a little bit today because this was still my goal, that I would want to finish the mainline Yakuza games with Yakuza 6. Being over halfway through the month now, I'm not positive that I'm going to be able to finish it by the end of the month, but I do at least want to try to finish the game before the end of the year. So if I have to do another, basically playing the game over the course of 2 months, so be it. But I still want to be able to get on and stream, whether it's just because I want to play, and even if nobody else watches, I want to do it just in case, if there's the chance that someone wants to watch my content, whether it's just for background noise or because they genuinely think I'm entertaining enough, which, bless your heart if you think that. I honestly could not blame you if you don't feel that way. I'm definitely not the type of streamer who's bouncing off the walls high on whatever ADHD medicine, and that's great. If they click on here and they're like, oh yeah, this, I'm not what's the right word for it? I'm not a attention whore. So yeah, if anyone was listening to this whole thing and made it through, I do appreciate it. Anytime someone comes in to watch, whether it be for a few seconds or for maybe an hour or so, I do really appreciate it. I hope I could provide some form of entertainment, even though I'm not the poster child of that type of content. But again, yeah, I just want to come out to let people know, how I'm doing, and if you watch this, whether it's live or in the future on my channel, that I do appreciate everyone who watches for however long you do. And I hope I could continue to provide content like this for the foreseeable future. It's always, that pipe dream of being able to be good enough at this type of thing that you could maybe make it a type of career. You know, that's something that a lot of people try to do, and a lot just don't have any luck with it. I basically got to the point where I'm just like, you know, after a couple of years of, you know, streaming games like this, or trying to do like Pokemon pack openings or stuff like that, that guy just vanished. But anyway, yeah, certain, like the content that I do, you could say I half-ass it. It's fine. I'm not gonna argue with it, because I'm basically doing the bare minimum. I have no knowledge or skill with editing or anything like that.
お前、ジョー、なんでここに？どういうつもりだ？いつかは俺たちもカムロ町に乗り込まなきゃいけないって思ってたからね。桐生さんが行くんならちょうどいいと思ってさ。せっかくだからみんなで上京してみたんだけど。みんなでって。So,
if you don't, or if you watched the last stream, you'll notice that I'm not in the same place I was at the end of last stream. That's because the day that I tried to play a game to see how I could tolerate with the pain I was in at the time, I was playing this. So I did a handful of like small things, nothing major. There might have been some sub-quests I did that might have been missed out on, but I didn't touch the main story, so that's where we're at right now. I think we're supposed to be meeting up with some people here, but I guess this is the guy for those battles that we were doing, I think. Oh, there's Okada.
こっちには筒抜けなんだよ、ジョー。
ジョー、ここに来たからにはもう容赦しねえぞ。カムロ町はジャスティスのホームだ。尾道みたいにお前らにやりたいようにはやらせねえ。そんなの覚悟の上だ。そうじゃなきゃこんな喧嘩なんか売らねえよ。それよりどうだ、久々に怠慢でも張るか。断る。この人はカリスマレインメーカーだぞ。お前みたいな三下の相手をしている暇はない。
勘違いしてんじゃねえぞ、ジョー。お前らの相手は俺たちがやらしてもらう。最近退屈だからよ、相手してくれや。
おい、ジョー、何なんだこいつらは。
六強人の最強タッグ、天山小島、通称天小路です。俺と岡田がジャスティス作って潰そうとしたギャングカラーズの中心人物だった奴らです。
カラーズの？なんでそんな奴らがジャスティスに入ってるんだ？
岡田はあいつらの力が欲しかったんでしょう。二人ともクソ野郎ですが腕は確かですから。
おお、ジョー君、分かってんじゃねえか。そうよ、カラーズからジャスティスにくら替えしてもな、俺たちがチャンピオンだ。永遠のな。1たす1は2じゃねえぞ。俺たちは1たす1で200だ。10倍だぞ。
You don't know math, do you?
計算間違えてないか？それを言うなら100倍だろ。
細けえこと気にすんなよ。スケール感の問題なんだよ、この野郎。細かいツッコミ野郎はぶっ殺しちゃうぞ、バカ野郎。
まあまあまあ、天下の六強人がこんなところで三下と戦うのはよしましょうよ。我々の格が下がったように見られてしまうねえ、レインメーカー。ああ、そうだな。そういえばあんた前にも一度会ったよな。
ああ、そうだったかもな。
偶然ってのはあるもんだな。あんたに恨みはないけど俺の邪魔をするなら悪いけど排除させてもらう。
上等だ。
せいぜい楽しませてくださいよ、飛竜会さん。それでは。
てめえら覚悟しとけよ。
あいつらがジャスティス本体か。こっちでも厄介なことになりそうだな。 チームの編成をしたり、ジャスティスと戦うときはここに来て声をかけてください。
So I kind of want to actually do this before I do the main quest stuff, just because. Where'd he go? Wait, where's it at? Alright. Well, yeah, depending on when we can. This Justice and Kiryu clan stuff is supposed to be like the equivalent of the Cabaret Club and the Majima Construction Company in the past games, where that's gonna be like your side content. Oh, here we go. If you have a clan code, you can speak with Masao to enter it to obtain a special leader not obtained through normal progression. Playing in online mode may also yield leaders only obtained in this mode. I don't have a clan code. I could probably cheat and do some, but... Oops. Kiryu clan founder. Okay. Expanding the clan, focus on getting more members to strengthen, scout them around the city to make progress in the missions to acquire more powerful new leaders. Sub-stories may also lead to new recruits. Assigning roles to leaders of the clan will increase your influence, which raises deployment gauge. You'll start with only enough room for 6 leaders, but when your organization levels up, you'll gain room for many more. As you expand leaders into battle, but you can only select leaders who have been assigned a rank in the clan. Consider their stats and skills. Each leader has its own men. When you select one, he'll bring them into battle as a strike team. If men are multiple leaders, deployment costs for that battle will be lowered based on that number.